Hello, Dr. Brandt Gibson, and today I want to talk to you about ankle instability. So yesterday we talked about ankle sprains, and there's multiple types of ankle sprains. What happens if you have a chronic ankle sprain? You keep injuring it over and over and over again. You get to the point where you have an unstable ankle, an ankle that sprains really, really easily. Say you're walking across the carpet and you roll your ankle, or you're walking across the yard and step in a little bit of a hole and you sprain your ankle, and it's a severe ankle sprain because you are just unstable. There are really three ways that you can be unstable in an ankle. Number one, the least common, is in the inside of the ankle, the medial ankle, the side by the big toe. If you sprain that ligament and stretch it out, you can get a recurrent sprain from that side. That is a very uncommon sprain. It's also even more uncommon when it comes to instability. The most common instability is the lateral ankle, or the outside of the ankle, because you keep spraining the ankle, and the ligaments, as they repair, are stretched out. And so you end up rolling really, really easy, and you get to the point where you already sprain your ankle before anything reacts, anything recovers. And so that's the most common. Oftentimes, if you have a chronic unstable ankle, you'll have to do something. You'll have to treat it in some way. The third, which is not quite as common, but does happen, and we do see it, is if you have a high ankle sprain. So you have those bones where they're separated like that, and that makes your ankle unstable too. So you can also sprain pretty easily because you're moving around in there. And that is another reason why you keep getting ankle sprains over and over and over again, because you have a high ankle sprain problem. So what are the options? If you have a lateral ankle instability or a medial ankle instability, so outside or inside of the ankle, what are the options? The one is you can actually do exercise. You can actually strengthen the ankle. One of the easiest ways to do that is to stand on one foot and to get so you can balance. Some of you may say, oh, that's really, really easy. If you have an unstable ankle, it's not as easy, and you have to strengthen those tendons around the ankle in that process. So you're standing on one foot, and as you stand there, you get to the point where it's easy. Then you throw a pillow down and you stand on it, again, to make it unstable. You could do this in a more technical manner with a BAPS board or a balance board, those kind of things, but most of us don't have those at home. So standing by yourself and then standing on a pillow, and when you get to the point where you're stable standing on a pillow, you're usually much more stable and you're less likely to get recurrent ankle sprains as easily. The other thing you could do is you can climb the stairs sideways. So you lead with the unstable side. So you're going up, stepping up the unstable side, and the momentum has a tendency to try to sprain your ankle. But because you know what you're doing, you're stepping up the stair that way, you're tightening those tendons on that outside, and it actually strengthens it over time. So standing on one foot, as you get stable, you stand on one foot with the pillow. Going up the stairs sideways will also do the same thing to, over time, strengthen that ankle. So those are good options as far as trying to strengthen the ankle. A lot of times, though, if you have an unstable ankle and it becomes a problem where you're spraining it over and over and over again all the time, you may need to go in and get it surgically corrected. And the idea with the surgical correction is, if it's a medial ankle or a lateral ankle, inside the ankle, outside the ankle, you're going to tighten those ligaments so they actually do the job. If it's a high ankle sprain, usually we'll run a wire across it or a screw across it or something that pulls it all together and holds it stable. I like the wire because it gives you the motion you need. So when you walk, you're getting this motion. The fibula is actually moving on the tibia. And you need that motion. If you have a screw there, it even limits that motion, and it still makes you unstable until the screw is removed. With the wire, you can actually get the motion while still keeping it from being able to pull apart. And so it actually does the job. So if you have an unstable ankle, if you find that you're spraining your ankle constantly and there's almost nothing you can do, you really have three options. You can wear an ankle brace always. You can do the exercises that we talked about to try to strengthen that ankle. And if neither one of those are working, or you continue to having issues, you can go in and surgically correct it by either tightening the ligaments or providing an artificial ligament, which is that wire that goes across, to solve a high ankle sprain type problem. This is Dr. Brandt Gibson, and this is your podiatry tip day 22. And tomorrow we will be moving on to some of the tendons and some of the other problems that can be encountered with the foot and ankle. Thank you for joining us today. Have a good rest of your day.